Creating your first lead capture form. In this lesson, you're going to discover how to create your lead capture form and how to add it to your brand website and Facebook page. So this lesson is going to show you how to create a lead capture form. If you have not ordered your inventory, then you can skip this lesson until you have. However, starting to build your list now is a great head start. So a lead capture form is a form that we use to add customers to our list in our autoresponder. And we do this by capturing their email address. We send customers to this form from our inserts or content on our brand assets. Email is the best online marketing tool available, which is why we concentrate on building our own list. So what are the lead capture form main elements? First, you need a title, and it needs to grab the customer's attention. An image. Now, it's not required at this stage, but I will show you in Aweber the templates they use that actually have images in them too. Name. This is simply where the customer enters their name. Email. This is where the customer enters their email address. And finally, the submit button. This is a clickable button to submit the info to our autoresponder. Now, once you've created your form, you will implement it. And we do this by adding it to your brand website and also adding it to your Facebook brand page. But let's go to Aweber and see exactly how we do this. Okay, so to create our sign up form or lead capture form, we just click on sign up forms on the top. Now this method will be similar no matter what autoresponder you've chosen. They just might have different names for each part. But I'm going to click on create your first sign up form. And this is what we're going to work with right here. This is the default sign up form. Now we could just go ahead and use this one, but it is a bit plain. However, it will work perfectly well. But you can also use the templates, and you can see they've got some here. So if I click on simple, you can see it's a very basic form. However, we can edit things like the background color and some other options. You've got another one here, and you can see this one actually has got colors. But you can also use more complex ones. For instance, if I click on show more, they have categories to choose from, and I'm going to click on recreation and see what that offers. So you can see this one. If I was selling golf equipment, this would be a really cool template to use. I'm going to click on the arrow and see if we can find something even better. So this one would be great if I was selling skiing gear or anything connected to activities that are done in the snow. You can see this one's a bodybuilding one. We'll go further and see if I can find something that applies to me exactly. Now, it's not a big deal if you can't find something, because you can always go for something plain. Now, this one. This is a pretty cool and nice looking template. It's nice and simple. You've got the headline, which is where we put our title. You've got the name and email, and you've got an image underneath. But let's see what else I can find. You can see to the left here, we've got a yoga one. We've got another ski one, and I really like this one. And I might actually use it if I don't find something more applicable. Now, we've actually got a cycling one here, which would fit my brand nicely, but I don't really like the fact that some of the text is in it, but we might consider that one. But I'm just going to go and pause the video and see if I can find one that I really like the look of. Now, I actually decided to go with the skiing one because it's a really cool image and skiing does apply to outdoors. But if you don't find anything that's got an image that applies to your brand, then just choose a plain one. It doesn't have to have an image, especially at this stage. Once your business is up and running, you can always go and hire someone to create a better looking form for you and even create an entire landing page. But for now, I'm going to work with this one and I'll show you how it works. Now, we're going to work our way from top to bottom, but I just want to explain this name field right here. I double click on it. You can see collect name as full name or first and last name. You want to leave it as full name, but we're going to change what appears here because we only want their first name. Now, even though it says full name, we will be able to grab their first name just the same by using the first name token that we used in the previous lesson. So all I'm going to do here is type in first name. It has no real effect on the form except changing this option to first name, telling the subscriber all they need to do is put in their first name. So once I've done that, I click on Save Field. Now you can add more fields if you want, but the most important thing is you want people to submit their information, and the more information you ask them for, the less likely they're going to give it. But let's start with our header. I'm going to double click on this yellow bar and we can type text in here. So I've just typed in join our VIP list and receive offers and coupons. Now it depends what you're actually trying to get them to do, but this will suffice for now. But you can get more creative if you wish. Once I've typed that in, you can see it showing up here, and we can just click on Save Field so we can see how it looks. And it's a bit small, so I'm going to double click on it again. I'm going to highlight the text, I'm going to bold it, and I'm going to increase the font size. You can see it's making the box bigger. I'm going to center it by clicking on the middle of these three options, and I still want a little bit bigger, so I'm going to go to the font size again, and I'm going to jump to 16 and see what that gives us. And I think that's better, so I'm going to click on Save Field, and it's looking a bit better. Now I don't have to worry about first name or email, but the Submit button, if you click on it, you can change what it says. So I've typed in click to join VIP list, and you can see it's changed it here. And I'm going to click on Save Field. Now this is just about privacy, and it's telling people who subscribe that you're not going to use their information for anything dodgy, for want of a better word. So I'm okay with that one. But this one, you can see powered by Aweber email marketing. I'm just going to put a mouse cursor over it and click on the cross to remove it. Now you can see it's not showing up too well, but when this is bigger and it's on your page, they will be able to see it. Now you can also resize the whole thing, and right now it's a little bit small, so I'm going to stretch it by just clicking on the button and dragging it. And I think that looks a bit better. It's moved to the left bottom corner, but it also, you can now see the email privacy a little bit clearer. Now you can add a message to the bottom, but there really is no need. And that's pretty much it. We've created this nice looking form, and remember, you don't have to have this image here. Now I've just done this very quickly. It's taken me a few minutes, so you should spend more time doing this. And remember, you can always use a plain form. It works exactly the same way. So I'm actually going to go forward and save this one. So you scroll down a little bit, click on go to step 2. You need to name it. So I'm just going to call it Ski. Customers won't see this. And you can also create custom thank you pages and already subscribed pages, but Aweber do a pretty good job of this. Now if I click on the thank you page, I actually quite like their smart video version. It actually tells them exactly what to do. So I'm going to click on it and then click Save Your Form. So we now have a form called Ski, and then click on Go to Step 3. Now once you come to this page, you actually want to click on I will install my form, and then you can grab either the JavaScript snippet or the raw HTML version. I'm just going to leave it as JavaScript. I'm going to click on it once, which highlights everything, and then I'm going to copy it. So we've copied all that text, and then we need to go to Wix. Now I've jumped to the editor, and what I'm actually going to do is create a page just for this opt-in form. To do that, I'm just going to double click on Home, and if you remember, it brings up our site menu, and I'm going to click on Add Page, and I'm going to call it VIP Special Offers, and click Done. And we've got a new page, and you can see it's actually this page here on the editor. So I'm going to close that tab, and then we want to click on the plus sign you see here where it says Add, and then go right down to the bottom where it says More, click on it, then click on HTML Frame, and you can see it's appearing now. Then click on Enter Code, click in the box where it says HTTPS only, and then paste, and then click Apply. And we can see that we've got our form there. Then we just want to drag the box, make it bigger, and then I'm going to drag it down so we get everything. And I'm just going to drag it so it's in the middle. Now what you can also do is you can add a text box above this that explains what it is, or below it, and you can make it bigger or smaller, whatever you want to do. Now obviously I've just done this very quickly again. You can take your time, make sure it's in the middle, add some text, whatever you want to do. But then you would just click on Publish, and I'm going to copy the URL, click Done, open the site in a new tab. And there's our site, and you can see here VIP Special Offers, and if I click on it, you can see there's our opt-in form, and it's working. You can test it by clicking in each one, and I'm actually going to go through the process a little bit later, but first of all I quickly want to show you how you can add this form to Facebook. So we're going to click on Home to go Home, and then we're going to click on Integrations. Then when you get here, you want to click on Facebook and then click on Enable, and it will give you the instructions. So first you want to log into your Facebook account. So I've logged in and I've actually gone to my page. Let's pop back to Aweber, and then you can see it says once you're logged in, click this link to add the Aweber app. So I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to click on Add App to Page, and then it's going to ask me where. I'm going to click on Facebook Pages, and I've selected my Outdoor Squared page, and then I'm going to click on Add Page tab. Now once you've done that, it will take you to your main Facebook page, but I've just gone ahead and moved on to my actual page. And now if I click on the See More button, you'll see this option called Email Sign Up. And now if I click on it, you can see this page has not been set up, so I need to click on Configure. Then you put in your Aweber login and password, click Allow Access, and then we click on Configure again, and then we just choose the list. And for this one, it's the Outdoor Squared VIP Offers. And then it's asking you to choose the web form. Now, I've only currently got one, so if I click on the drop down, there's no other options. But this shows you that you could install this web form, and then if you decided to do a special offer, like a coupon code or something along those lines, you could create another form with Aweber, and use that one instead. But I'll click on Save Changes, and then I'll click on Email Sign Up again, and there it is. We've actually got our sign up form on Facebook. Now, if I go up to the top here to show the URL, you would then copy this URL because that's the page you want to send people to so they can opt in on your Facebook page. So you could go and make a post actually on your Facebook page saying, hey, if you're interested in getting offers and coupons from us, just go to this page and then put the link in it. And you could do the same with Twitter. Basically, anywhere you can put content, you could put the link to this page. And I should have mentioned, you could do the same for the website. So if we go to the VIP special offers on our website, we would grab that URL and we would use that to promote our offers. So you can see it's a very straightforward process once you've created your form. So I'm just jump back to Facebook and let's check everything's working. So I put my first name in and my email address, which I blurred out, and I'm going to click on click to join VIP list. And you can see you get the message straight away inside the page. You're almost done. Activate your subscription. Now that message will change once they've approved it because I've done this literally an hour after I created it. But if I go and open up my email now, you can see this is the email I've got. Please click the button below to confirm that you'd like to receive email from Outdoor Squared VIP offers. So I click on the box to confirm my subscription. Your subscription has been confirmed. Please check your email. And so the process works, and we've got a working lead page form on our website and on our Facebook page. So that's it. We've done it. We've created our web form or lead page form, and we're good to move on. However, if I click on sign up forms again, you can see it's showing as this. It's probably a little bit small for you to see, but it basically tells us how many times our opt-in form's been seen, and it's saying 3. And I've had 2 submissions. In other words, 2 people have joined the list because I did a quick test before I showed you the Facebook one. And you can see the conversion rate is 66.7%. And moving forward, when you get a lot more experience with this is very important because you'll be able to test different types of opt-in form. So we've covered how to create and implement your lead capture form. In the next lesson, we will recap Module 4 and give you your checklist. Your action step, create your form and add it to your website and Facebook brand page. But that's it for this lesson. Take care.